the assurance of CA Communications Authority of Kenya, we brought in a lot of set-top boxes through after they were type approved by the Technical Department of Communications Authority of Kenya. And once we landed the digital decoders in the country, we were stranded. We started with the first generation of the set-top boxes, which were outdated. The technology was overtaken. So we brought in the second generation, and after the second generation came in, we faced again the problem of believability of the process. Also the cost of the set-top boxes was not uniform. But we are happy that the Communications Authority of Kenya intervened with the government, and we were given a waiver, which was not enough because we also wanted them to remove the duty in order to widen the bracket of the Kenyan people who could afford the set-top boxes. Now, the main challenge today is that there are three media houses that intercepted and almost shut down the process. I'm happy to mention that through the court process has gone up to its final conclusion, and the Supreme Court has made a ruling. The Cabinet Secretary, ICT, and the Director of CAK have assured us today that the switch-off will definitely be effective on the 31st of December. My hope is that they are going to disseminate that information countrywide so that the people can indeed believe that the switch-off will definitely happen. Majority of my members over the period, because this process has been going on for the last 4 years, some of them have gone bust because they brought in the set-top boxes and have not been able to sell them. They have not been able to sell them. The reason being that the public has not been aware of what the migration has been all about. They do not even know the meaning of the word analog. They do not know the meaning of the word digital. They do not know the benefits that they would derive from the whole process. We hope that it will happen. Majority of the members have suffered greatly in terms of the money they took from banks. They have paid heavy. They have been paying and are still paying heavy interest. And we are unhappy today that the government has told us that they cannot organize a rescue package of the families that have gone bust. You heard me say this morning that one of my members came to my office about 3 days ago and told me that because of the heavy losses he has been going through, one of his properties has been auctioned, and his wife is threatening to divorce him if he loses the second property. That is an example highlighting the kind of desperate situation the digital decoders members, the members of the Digital Decoders Association of Kenya are going through. So we hope that we will be able that the switch off will definitely be effective on the 31st of December, so that we can try to sell the set-top boxes and maybe recoup some of the losses we have incurred.
Kindly embark on the issue of counties and taxation.
Yeah,
how is this impacting?
now we have been trying to reach out to the counties to assist us to offload the set-top boxes we have in our stores. Now the counties have not been very friendly to us because the fees that they are charging us on a daily basis are too high. Nairobi County, for instance, wants us to pay them to have a tent and a table in the city center, 50,000 shillings per day. Machakos, 30,000, Kajiado, 30,000, and you can assume by extension that the rest of the counties.
Plus NEMA's license.
Yeah, so it can be assumed that the other counties will also come up with such ridiculous charges. So we have asked the minister in charge of the industry and the Director General of CAK to also try and intervene. I'm happy to note that the Minister for ICT has given us some kind of assurance that he's going to intervene on behalf of the Digital Decoders Association, so that the county governments can be softer to answers.